I have in my hand a 100% authentic meteorite that has been in my family since my dad was a teenager. And I'm about to tell you the story, and I'm going to show you a meteorite, describe it to you, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside. My brother had the edge of it cut off so that we could see what the inside of an actual meteorite is like. I'm going to go back in time to somewhere in the late 1940s and early 1950s. It would have been in that particular time frame. No one can remember the exact day, but something came streaking through the sky in the state of West Virginia. And it was in the area of, if you know anything about West Virginia, I call it it's not a triangle at all, but War and Welch and Bartley, West Virginia, all of that is in those mountains in the same area, a couple miles apart from one another, okay? So Dad lived at a place called Johnny Cake Holler. Now, a hollow, I say holler, that's up in West Virginia, it's holler. I live up in the holler, but it's not holler like Yale, but it is a place where mountains come together and it forms a valley, and you drive up that valley, and the area between those two mountains often has homes on the left or right side in most cases. And so if you live in one of those places, it's called a hollow. So Johnny Cake Hollow is in the area of Bartley, West Virginia. Well, one evening, and several people saw it, just like you see this little picture here, there was something that streaked and just landed in the cornfield. Now, I actually have two of these. I promise you I had the other one the other day and can't find it. That's called turning 65 brain fog. It's here somewhere. I'm sure it wasn't taken back to the heavens, but it's the more interesting one. It's got holes in it, but this one will do the job. Well, the story from the family is that the field started catching on fire because, you know, these come into the atmosphere and they're very hot. So it caught some grass and that began. So they went to the well and started having the kids get buckets to put the fire out. Well, when they eventually put the fire out, trying to figure out what caused it, there was these hot rocks, I guess you could say, laying on the ground. Well, eventually they took them and put them in a bucket. And I don't even know, my dad's been in heaven 12 years. I don't even know how Dad was able to obtain him other than he kept them. He kept them in the family. And he would say, son, that's a meteorite right there. And so my brother, Philip, who is my younger brother, went to a place that is familiar with meteorites, and they cut it open. They said, absolutely, it's a meteorite. Now, I'm going to try to describe it to you. This fits in the palm of my hand, okay? It is very heavy. There's no way for me to describe. Now, my brother has the weight and all the details and the substance that's in it, what they consist of. If this were to drop on my head, let's say 5 feet, it would crack my skull. So you can imagine if this is coming through the atmosphere at such speed, and it's, you know, when meteorites hit, they know this from the space shuttle, when you come through the atmosphere at a certain speed, it heats up. And so if this were to fall from the sky, it would kill a person if it hit them. It would break their bones, their collarbones, shoulder, whatever it might be. It is very, very heavy, and then when you cut it open, here's the real key. This is and I'm not going to use the scientific word, I wrote the scientific word down, but it's a type of nickel. Now, different meteorites have different substances in them in the sense of, well, it consists of just space rock, this consists of a certain type of nickel, this consists of iron. It's very interesting. When he first cut it open and he brought it to me, it looked like absolute purified silver is what it looked like, but it's not silver, it's a type of nickel. Now, the core of the earth, it is my understanding, is this substance right here. The core is made of nickel, the core of the earth. And that's another story. So the two of these, and I wish I'd have had if I find the other one, I'll have them edited into the picture so you'll see it as well. It looks just like this on the inside, that real silvery looking look. So this fell in the property owned by my grandfather, William Stone. My father, who was a young man, saved these, both of these, and actually they're worth several $1,000s. The rocks themselves, because jewelry, this is what I was told, a gemologist that does jewelry oftentimes will take these and slice them and cut them out and put them in 14 karat gold jewelry. And some people just love that. You know, they love the idea of they have a space rock on them. And this, of course, these, we don't intend on selling these because they are a part of our family history. So I was thinking about that, and you said, what's that got to do with anything? Okay, that's cool, that's nice, good to see that. Because in the New Testament, Jesus said in the tribulation, the stars will fall from heaven. And the stars refer to what? Meteorites. And when they do, remember that you've had these huge asteroids. There's an asteroid coming in Revelation chapter 8, and it just wipes out a third of the grass, a third of the fresh water. That's going to happen, who knows when, but years from now in the tribulation. So these type of things are going to begin appearing more frequently. And when it says the stars fell from heaven and the powers of heaven were shaken, we're not sure if that's a supernatural shaking that Paul talked about in Hebrews 12, or it is just something nuclear is happening in the upper atmosphere and it's shaking up the whole. We don't know how it comes, but we do know that once these start falling, whether it's in a home, whether it's in fields, whether it's in water, whether it's in wherever it is, if it hits people, it will kill people immediately. I'm telling you, this is like a weight you lift, but it's not 5 pounds by any means. It's 500 some grams, and I may be wrong. Don't write me and say that can't be, that's impossible, because I'm trying to go from memory here, but I have it written down somewhere. So these are going to show up in the tribulation period when the cosmic heavens are going to be shaken. That's one of the reasons I wanted to show you a genuine one and not, go by the movies or what you see in the movies. This is a real one right here. And so we have 2 of these. Again, they struck the family farm in Johnny Cake Holler in Bartley, West Virginia, late 1940s, early 50s. And my dad kept both of them, and I'm very glad he did. So I actually gave my brother some money to buy both of them so we could keep them in the family. One of these days, I'm sure one of the kids are going to say, what in the world is that? Dad collected rock, and they'll throw it away. That's what it goes. I'm going to have to put it in plastic and tell everybody what it is, with a title on it to keep, you collect stuff. I've collected stuff for years. Your kids don't appreciate it. What they want is a laptop and a computer and a phone. That's all they're happy with. So we're going to have to be sure that this is marked. Someone said, well, the Lord will probably come back with them. Well, I hope so. I'm looking forward to that event too. All right. If that's an interesting story, and maybe that's the first time you've ever seen one of these up close, okay, give it a thumbs up and keep watching, because we always have something very special at the end. And don't forget, our main event, our prophetic summit, our Warrior Fest here in Cleveland, Tennessee. We'd love to have you come. God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, have you observed that the battles are intensifying? The mental battles, spiritual battles, physical infirmities. I've never seen a time when so many good Christian people are experiencing strange sicknesses and attacks of the enemy. Some time back, we did something very unique. It took me 1 year to study this subject, and I decided to take the 80 pages of notes or so that I had and take a platform at the Omega Center International and take the armor of God and so many other things and illustrate to you what Paul was talking about in the book of Ephesians. I want to make available to you today this 7-disc. These are 7 DVDs, and it's a series called Ephesians in Depth, The Warrior's Strategy. On disc 1, we're going to talk about Christianity versus the Roman Empire. Disc 2, Walking and Warring as a Christian. Disc 3, oh, this one is deep. Wrestling with the satanic spirits that Paul alluded to in the book of Ephesians. Disc 4, The Armor of the Christian Warrior, and it's all illustrated. Disc 5, When the Word Becomes a Sword for Battle. There's 3 parts to that. You only saw 2 on Manifest. Disc 6, Caring for and Anointing the Shield in the Time of Battle, and Feet that Can Stand and Not Slip in the Conflict. Again, all illustrated. And disc 7, 4-part series, The Christian's Battle Strategy in the Time of the End. Now, these 23 different lessons, 30-minute segments each, almost 12 hours of teaching. How do you get it? You go to perrystone.org, 1-888-21-BREAD, or write and send in a check at Perry Stone, P.O. Box 3595, Cleveland, Tennessee, 37320. We're going to do a very special offer for $75 or more. Your donation of $75 or more. Request it. The offer number is on the screen right now, and ask for this series, all DVD, all illustrated messages. Once again, you can go through the 3 methods to order, but I'm going to ask you to do it today. and it is for a donation of $75 or more. Now, that's amazing because these are 7 DVDs. And again, it's 30-minute segments with 23 different lessons. It would actually be great for a home Bible study, for a church group, or personally for you to sit at home and get this word in you to help you defeat the enemy and overcome these end-time battles that Satan is sending into your life. We're looking to hear from you, and to keep Manifest on the air, it's important that you respond to these offers. Keep watching. God bless you.
If you enjoyed this YouTube content, there's an important website you should know about: perrystone.org. Perrystone.org is an essential resource for the latest books, audiovisual presentations, and digital products from Perry Stone Ministries. Resources that cover the same kinds of topics discussed in the program you just watched. Stop in and see all that's available at perrystone.org.